So yeah, we're going to use question 9 to solve these. So we'll go back a page or two, see which one we got. There we go, there's 9. So we've got our English and our maths scores. Do you guys want to copy that down quicker? Or quickly, sorry. So from this, we've got to work out our 5-number summary for both of them. Okay, so that's the stuff we're going to use on the other page. I'm going to do it all on this page now and then just copy it over when I'm done. Otherwise, I'm going to be flicking back and forth and it'll annoy the hell out of all of us. So I'm just going to do all my 5-number summary stuff for English in orange and I'll do maths in green. So what's the first thing it's asking for? In question 11, what's the first thing it's asking for? Median? Okay, so let's do the English median. How do you work it out? Median is the what score? Middle. Cool. 2 ways of doing it. Count up how many there are and work out what the middle is. I have trouble counting because I'm dumb. So I go that way, and I just work my way in. But completely depends on how you guys want to work. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 scores in total. Okay. Which means the middle would be what? Between the 7th and 8th? Yeah. All right. Now, these aren't in order, so you can't use these numbers. But if you went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so that's 7 there. So 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's between the 7th and 8th scores, and you can just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on that side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hang on. What's going on? Doesn't matter whether it's in order. There's 15 scores. Which one's the middle score? The 8th score is the middle one. Because it's an odd number, it's really handy because it's the middle of that will be a number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on that side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on that side. Yeah? Yeah? So in this case, it's the 8th number. Now, like I said, they're not in order, so we can't use them. But if we have a look and go, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th number is that one. So what's my median for English? So that's my median, 66. Does that make sense? Okay. So we've got 15 scores for maths as well, so it's going to be exactly the same animal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is that one. Sorry? So the median is 68. Excellent. So what's the next things we've got to work out? Yep. Okay, so what's the range? Yes. What's the lowest score for English? 45? Yep. And what's the highest score? 91. So our range is what? Okay. And our range on our maths? 87 minus 49, which gives you 38. So you've now got your ranges. I'm just going to quickly flick over and add those in. So 66, 68. English range was, what was it, 91 minus 45? Thanks, mate. And the maths range was 87 minus 46. What was the lowest score on maths? 49. The answer was 36, yeah? No. Yeah? No, 38. 38, that's better. All right, so the next things it's looking for are the lower quartiles. No, lower quartiles, oop, wrong page, that page. Lower quartiles, how do we work them out? Yeah, you work from the median. Lower quartile, what is it? It's halfway in the first half is your lower quartile. So if we just do it up here again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. This would be your lower quartile down the left-hand side, and your upper quartile would be up here. Cool? But what you want is halfway down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers. That would be your lower quartile. What about your upper quartile? Oh, did we just write 59? I wrote 59. I'm going to rub it out for a sec because I've got to double check that. Okay, so we know it's the 1, 2, 3, 4th number. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it was 59 anyway. Well done. And the upper one would be 4th from the back, 4th from last. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 74. Happy with those? And it's going to be the same with the maths ones. So I'll just put those on. So 59, 74. Okay. All right, with the maths ones, what's our lower quartile going to be? Maths. I've got it. Ooh. Remember, it's going to be the same. It's going to be the 4th from the start. It's going to be the 4th from the start and then the 4th from the end. So your upper quartile is 75. What's your lower quartile? 1, 2, 3, 60. Just remember when you're doing these, you're not counting that as one of your pieces of data. That's the thing that trips most people up. Counting the stem as one of your pieces. Because when you count that, the leaf, you're actually counting the number 49. But we just look at it as a 9. So you're only counting those ones. 1, 2, 3, 4th bit. Cool? So 60 and 75. All right. 60 and 75. All right, we don't need the data anymore. We've got it all here. Now, what's our English interquartile range? Upper quartile minus lower quartile. And what's our interquartile range on maths? Exactly the same. Everyone happy with that? Okay. Now we get to draw them. Now, you've got a scale down there already. They've gone from 0 to 100. Okay. But you still need, there's a couple of bits of information you still need from the data that we had on the other page. 5-number summary. You've got your medians, that's great. You've got your interquartiles, that's great. The only thing you don't have, so you've got your median, your Q upper and Q lower. What don't you have? The other two bits. Lower extreme and upper extreme. Excellent. So what's your maths lower extreme? Lower score for maths. 45. We've actually already got it written on here. So it goes from 45. So maths, put a dot. Sorry? Well, that was English, so I'll do English. And then I'll go back and delete that. And I will go that maths was 49. And that's way too high, but that's all right. I'll work it out in a sec. Okay, so we'll just do English one for now. What's the English upper extreme? What's the highest one in English? I'm hoping you said 91. 91? Okay, so I've got a dot there. Make sure they're the same distance up from the line because you want it to be a nice straight line. Yeah? Same distance up from the scale. 91. That was the upper English mark. Now you're going to put dots at the other interesting bits. So for English, 66 is the median. 59 is the lower quartile. And 74 is the upper quartile. You should have 5 dots. 5 number summary. So you got 5 dots. Cool? Okay. Now, before we start drawing the actual boxes, we'll do the maths ones. We'll get the 5 dots on there for maths. The only reason I'm doing that is I find it easier because once I start drawing the boxes on here, it might get a little messy. So if I've done the dots, at least we can see where the hell I'm going. Okay, so we've got the lower for maths. What's the upper for maths? 87. Then you got your lower quartile is 60. And your upper quartile is 75. And your median is 68. 5 dots. Everyone happy with that? So building a box and whisker plots, you got 5 number summaries, so you got 5 dots. I've only got 3 minutes to do this. All right. Very, very simple with these now. I'm going to use a different color for both of them just so you can see the dots still. Join the lines from the first dot to the second dot and from the last dot to the second last dot. Okay? Then what you do is around these 3, you actually draw a box. I haven't left myself much room for the English one. Now the scale they used isn't the greatest because they've got 0, 10, 20, 30 and 40 where we didn't actually use them. So you could have made it a lot more spread out. Okay, same with the English one. Join the first 2 and the last 2 and then draw a box. Now your box should have the line going halfway through it, but like in the middle of it. Everyone happy with that? It's all right.